We are now just around a month and a half away from the official release of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker by director J.J. Abrams, Chris Terrio, and even creator George Lucas. That is all set and ready to end the Skywalker saga and the sequel trilogy itself. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that we do know that this film, at the end of the day, is going to be a revelation film, answering many of the burning questions from The Force Awakens, while also giving us new questions to answer at the very end of Episode 9. Now, with that being said, what's really intriguing about this as well is that the driving force for the hype of this movie, without a doubt, is indeed Palpatine himself, and his return, and exactly how he's going to interact with the characters of Rey and Kylo Ren in this story. And J.J. Abrams has said before in the past that he plans to make this by far the darkest Star Wars film there is out of the entire saga, as well as making it by far the most emotional Star Wars film there is, which really is a big goal by J.J. Abrams. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very intense for Episode 9. Now, specifically, what's really intriguing about all of this is that shot descriptions consisting of a sequence where it's explained that Kylo Ren and his Knights of Ren are said to be approaching the world of Exegol, where they are said to have found the destination of Palpatine's hideout. It's explained that this is where Darth Vader's Wayfinder device have led them to this destination, where Kylo and the Knights of Ren are said to be approached by Sith loyalists that greet Kylo and his knights into the base. It's explained that as Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren make their way down below the surface of Exegol, is when Kylo Ren is said to meet with Emperor Palpatine for the very first time. It's explained that at first, Kylo Ren does not believe who he really is. However, Sidious is said to activate a small hologram of Darth Vader and himself, communicating from many decades ago, that proves to Kylo exactly who he really is. It's implied that Kylo never heard Darth Sidious speak, and makes the connection when Palpatine speaks in person, and when he is speaking to Vader in the hologram. Palpatine is said to appear as if he is on the verge of death, where he is said to have messy hair and appears to be disheveled in the scene. Now, one of the other sequences is said to involve a moment in which Palpatine unveils that he has been waiting for a long time for his arrival, and that he and Rey are coming together, and that Kylo must bring Rey before Sidious before he dies. It's explained that Palpatine reveals that he doesn't have much time left, and that if Kylo Ren wants the power of his grandfather Darth Vader, that he must capture Rey as soon as possible. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, the thing about Episode 9 here is that we do know that the Unknown Regions is going to play a massive role in this story. Now, in case you guys did not know, there is going to be a location over in the Unknown Regions that will be explored in Episode 9. This location is actually called the Beyond. Now, the Beyond, by the way, is said to be by far the most powerful Force Nexus there is out of the entire galaxy that Palpatine is going to use against both Rey and Kylo Ren to create the Force Conduit technique that allows him to rejuvenate himself into a much younger version of himself, like how he was at the very end of Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Now, let's go over the one part here that really does kind of change how we're going to view at Emperor Palpatine in Star Wars Episode 9. Now, it's explained that once Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren discover Palpatine, is that he is literally on the verge of death, that he doesn't have much time left, and that he is literally telling Kylo Ren that if he wants to have the power that his grandfather Darth Vader once had, that he must capture Rey and bring Rey before him. So this is once again Palpatine using his expert manipulation, being the ultimate puppet master that he always was and will be in the Skywalker saga, and now using it against Kylo Ren. Now, this of course alludes to the line of dialogue that we heard in the final trailer, where he says, you know, long have I waited, and now your coming together will be your undoing. So, the fact that they are coming together has all to do with the Force Conduit technique. Palpatine wants this in order to use the power for himself, in order to become young again, or at least rejuvenated to the point where he is healthy, like how he was in Revenge of the Sith, allowing him to pretty much have all the power that he needs to have in order to really destroy, you know, both Rey and Kylo Ren if they decide to not join the dark side of the Force. So, this particular scenario involves the Knights of Ren and Kylo Ren traveling to the world of Exegol, which by the way is said to be a dead world in the very center of the Unknown Regions, since this world is actually said to be very close to the Beyond itself. It's one of the main reasons as to why we have constant lightning storms that actually take place over the surface of this world. And it's exactly one of the main reasons as to why Palpatine chose this world, is because it is completely undetectable due to the massive thunderstorms, lightning storms I must add, and all the different star systems that are very close to the planet, where the solar radiation blocks any kind of signals coming out their way. So that's one thing to look forward to with the Rise of Skywalker here, is that we do know that Palpatine is going to be using his expert manipulation on Kylo Ren once again. We even have a moment in which Palpatine unveils a miniature hologram of Darth Vader to Kylo Ren as a way to prove exactly who he really is, and the fact that he knew Darth Vader many years ago and was the very person that created Vader. And this actually influences Kylo Ren to really go down the dark side further in episode 9. Anyways guys, drop a comment below, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Gun in hand, we are alone again. No, I'm not the one from night to moon.